My life on the X list. Hey there, what's up, YouTube? It's me, the Diva X, and it is Saturday, October 19th, 2013, and it is club popping night over at Club Legends, so I am ready to go. But of course, I wanted to come, and make this video for you guys. Yeah. So I'm working the short hair tonight because Club Bobby gets super duper hot and super duper sweaty, and I feel like less is more as far as the sweat factor goes. Even though it's cooler out, I feel like I still need to be up, and I like this, the way it frames this. It kind of just holds us all up, and I feel like this is the look for me tonight. So hopefully all goes well, and hopefully I don't really care what other people think, so I approve. So I approve this message. So what's been going on? Things with me have been going great. I've been preparing for the Halloween show, and I've just kind of been really I really haven't for myself. I know I said I've been working on performances like a couple months ago, but like I've kind of not. I don't really have anything. I have like a few songs that I'm interested in doing, but I haven't really like got on the ball and like putting anything together because I'm just kind of like I have so much other stuff that I'm doing or working on, and then like honestly, the big part about right now that in my brain that's like using in my brain capacity is like my sister's baby, and like I really just kind of been like. Well, it's funny because I've thought about like for a long time, my family unit consisted of, these select few people. And I know, like, extended family is different because, they're popping out babies left and right. But, like, my family, which is my, brothers, sisters, like, people who are in my branch of the tree, it's like we haven't had any new additions. I mean, since my little brother, really. And so it's kind of, and he's 21, or no, 2020 now. And so it's like I just kind of like I was laying in bed the other day and I was kind of looking at some baby stuff because obviously I've been thinking about what I'm buying. It's not for me, obviously. But I've been thinking about what I'm buying and like pricing stuff and different things. And I'm just like, that's so crazy after 20 years. Like the capacity. I mean, it's not like it's a thing, but it's like the thing to like. How is this other person? How much love do you feel or are you gonna feel for this other person? Which again, it's all new to me, so it's like first time that there's a baby being born into again my immediate family. Which I feel like I'm just repeating what I just said. So I don't know. I've been kind of just tripping on that. Like I thought about it once. Let's call it what it is. But it just was really a thought process. Like, well, what does this mean now? Like, because really, I know who this will affect, at least as far as attention goes, is my goddaughter, Sunny, who was kind of like my child as far as like the capacity, the things I do for, and like I don't do everything for her, but when she needs something that I'm able to do, I do, and like I don't like, I just so the conflict of like how to divvy up the love or divvy up the I don't think it's going to be an issue, but like in my brain that's what it like the process was like the attention, and they're already just having to share a room, and like I just kind of see how I'm excited, well, not excited to see, but I'm interested to see how that will all affect, and how that the love will be not even only by myself but for that my mom's household, which consists of my mom, my sister, her boyfriend, and my goddaughter, and then my mom's boyfriend. So boyfriend, I say boyfriend, like it sounds like they're just dating, but they've been together for like ever. But anyhow, they're not married, so whatever. Anyhow, but I feel like that's going to be an interesting sight to behold because it's already kind of a tug of war for the room space, and so I don't know. We'll see. And so other than that, I've just kind of like been kind of thought processing that. My mom asked me to help throw the baby shower, so. Which means throw the baby shower. And so I'm, diligently. Well, I told my sister, go look at things that you like, whatever. Why am I telling you how I'm doing this? I don't know, but I feel like that's where my brain has been for these past couple of weeks, and just kind of that. Other than that, just prepping and planning for all the events that are coming up, for us concerts, as far as shows and meetings, and I do want to get a performance together soon enough here, but I just haven't really got down to it. There's a few songs that I do have in my brain that I want to. See, that's the problem with bangs, is just all this eye bull crap, and like you have to. These ones are like swept bangs, so it's kind of like they just kind of supposed to sit there. Ugh, girl. But as long as it's not in my eye, I'm okay. Like that's cool. Like I know it looks crazy maybe from this perspective because it looks like it's in my eye or on my eye, but it's actually right. There's perfect parts so I can see. So anyhow, sidebar. Ugh. See, and then that. You can't see that hair, but it's there. All up in the lipstick. Yeah. And other news. I don't even know what's new. So if you haven't visited our Exotica Show page, please do. I know I kind of every now and again will mention the page. It has a lot of new videos from the girls' recent performances. I've taken a break from putting a bunch on because I kind of was I think I was overdoing it, and then people were getting overwhelmed with which videos to watch. So I've slowed down that process. But we just put our promo up, not our promo, a new promo up for the Halloween show, which is entitled Divas of Oz. So if you are within the vicinity, Central Valley, even if you want to come and enjoy a show for Halloween, it is going to be on Halloween night, so which is, can go either way. I'm not sure. I've never had a show on Halloween night. The other holiday that we've shared a show night with was New Year's, which clearly was crazy busy, but it's New Year's, so days off. Halloween people don't normally get days off, so it's a little bit of a different. We'll see. But I'm excited. The production, we did some test runs on makeup today, so that looks good, and yeah, all is kind of going in the right direction. As far as my personal life and the growth and all that stuff that I was going through, I'm still currently working on it, people. I still have my moments that I read constantly. I'm constantly posting stuff that I read, even excerpts from the book that I'm reading now. I can't even think of the name of it, but it's Brené Brown. I believe that's her name. I'm not even sure, but she was on Oprah recently. She did a TED conference on the power of vulnerability, and I really kind of connect with all that bull crap. I say bull crap because it's really whoa, that is it's not out there, but it's so legit, and I'm connecting with that more so because I feel with the persona and the character and being a in charge of things, there is that vulnerability that anytime we perform, anytime that I put a new post, a flyer, anytime a new show, a new concept, a new performer, even on a professional level, anything new is putting yourself out there. Art and vulnerability is basically what this. It really has pointed out to me that anytime you produce something new, it's a vulnerable state that you're in because of how people are going to respond to it. Now, you don't have control over that, so you just kind of put it out there. And I feel Lady Gaga recently posted that they were taking her album from her, I'm assuming the master disc, and then for duplication and to mass produce it, and I feel that is part of kind of how I feel, maybe on a lesser scale because there ain't going to be millions of people viewing my stuff, but as far as the vulnerability of people responding well or not well to the stuff I produce or the stuff that I do, as far as the show goes, luckily for the past 10 years it's worked, and hopefully we can keep that up, and so it is a thing. It's a thing, and I feel that's part of it. As far as being open and being vulnerable with my emotions, as far as how I feel about things, how I want people to respond to me, how I expect people to respect me, and being able to say those things and really here's an opportunity. This person may or may not respond in the way that I want him or her to, but and that's really kind of not, that's something I don't have control over. So the vulnerability of this going this way or going that way is a rough, it's tough because ideally you want everything to go well and you want everything to go in our favor, but you also have to be able, have to want to, or have to have the ability to stand that hard line and say, okay, well, if this isn't going to work, then this isn't going to work. It's not my way or the highway, but I've given this we've given this opportunity to make things better, to give this growth to whatever, however you want to look at it, whatever the situation is. And if it just doesn't take, if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't continue in the right direction, then you have to be able to say, okay, well, then this just isn't going to work. And that's the vulnerable part, because it's up to someone else is if this is going to work or not. And so I've been doing that. I've been dealing with that. I feel like one of the things I'm working on it, and just the way I respond or don't respond to people. I think that's another way that I'm dealing, and not necessarily not responding in like, just ignoring the situation, but like, people say stuff and it's just like, for sake of saying stuff and then for sake of argument. And it's like, I can't, because what's the point? Really, what is the point? If you're saying something that's making me feel a certain way, I have the opportunity to respond or just kind of, okay, well, that's this person's opinion, and there's nothing I can do to change that, unfortunately. That's just how the cookie crumbles. So, it's dealing, and it's that vulnerability of treading lightly and also getting what you want out of situations. And I'm not one to give in many a times, but I'm also not one to, now, more so, because I think before I was one to give in. I was one to like, okay, well then let's figure this out. Or at this point, I'm like, if it isn't going to work, it isn't going to work. Like, I'm okay with that, because I feel like I in putting so much energy and effort into the things that aren't working, I'm missing out on the things that are working, and it's hard. It is truly hard, and I'm like, there's one special relationship that I feel like, not I'm ignoring, but I feel like I've already heard what was said. I'm giving it too much attention based on the other person's perspective, so I'm pulling away from that. Only because the person apparently, I think if you guys watched one of the posts I posted with TD Jakes, or Jakes, I don't even know. I'm sorry, it's very disrespectful. But anyhow, whereas I am a person who likes to love at the 10-gallon capacity, maybe someone isn't ready to receive the 10-gallon capacity of love. They're really only at a 2 or a 5, or they're only used to. So I have to pull back, because I'm expecting that 10 back and I'm not getting that, and so it's really assessing in all those different situations, and it's rough. It's rough because I feel like things could be a certain way, and not all the time is that the case, and reality sets in, and that's just life. And you can't. One of the things that I'm learning is you can't control everything, even though I try. I can't, and I can't, and so I don't know. So that's a little bit kind of where I'm at right now. I'm in the maintenance action stage of trying to make these positive changes, maintaining, and then still making changes. So it's good, but I feel great. I feel like I know what's happening in my life versus, maybe a couple of videos months ago I didn't. So it is what it is, folks. And so with that said, this video, I am done, and I'm going to go have a good time at Club Poppy. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff. All right, and have a good day or evening, whatever. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.